Episode number 68.
I know why you did that one.
Why?
It's smart to try and sync the audio. Anyway.
Oh, wow. If I was that smart, I would give myself a pat on the back.
Okay, anyway.
Guess I'm going to give myself a pat on the back.
Alright, so. Alright, yeah. You just broke everyone's eardrums.
Good.
Anyway, so as y'all can tell, Mario has transferred his disease to me.
Don't say that.
I'm pretty sure he has, so I'm having to cover up now.
Good. My
so
black
if I sound
magic has actually worked.
So if I sound a little weird on this episode, it's because I have a face covering on and a sore throat. But don't worry, we are following the guidelines here, man.
Sure.
Sort of, kind of. But anyway, I'm gonna be good in tomorrow. So. By the time the next episode is filmed, I'll be ready. I'll be good. You know why? Because I believe in the power of healing and believing that I'm good. So, anyway, with that being said, today's topic, as you can tell by the
Today's
title,
topic is
embracing adversity. Because... Well, actually, adversity is challenges, problems, tragedies, anything that arises in your life, obstacles, all these things that just come into your life. And they will come into your life. Big or small, it's going to happen. Stop promoting kombucha. He needs to sponsor us.
No, he does. No, he is going to.
He is going to, yeah.
But, as Harvey is saying, Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So yeah, little problems, big problems, they will come into your life one way or another. So you can't avoid this. You can't try and live, a safe, comfortable little life because it's gonna hit you. And the point of this episode also as well is to actually, obviously seek it, embrace it, make your story a little bit more interesting.
Yes.
If it isn't already. Because, sometimes we're just going on autopilot, doing our own thing, and then we never really seek this adversity. We never seek to make our story a bit more interesting. We never add things to our arsenal. We never learn new skills. We don't learn new languages. We don't, really do much and get out of our comfort zone. So you stay living a mediocre life.
Stagnant.
You don't want to live a mediocre life. To our audience listening, we know that you don't want to live a mediocre, ordinary, boring life. You want to do more than just that.
Exactly.
So that's why you should seek adversity. What do you want to add to that, man?
Man, he says. But what I would like to add to this is, as the example that Rob Dial used. And a movie, your life is basically a movie. Your life, would people pay money to watch your life story? Or will they just see you staying stagnant, being comfortable all the time, living a normal 9-to-5 life, just chilling in your room every day, rinse and repeat every single day. Rinse and repeat until time catches up with you. And then you look back at your life and you're like, wow.
Didn't really do much.
Regret a lot.
Yeah, see, now that's not the way.
And, that's obviously something that we do not want to happen to any of you. And we realize that, if you're listening to this, you have a mindset that is prosperous. You have a mindset that is full of abundance, that you realize, I'm capable of much more than what society has told me I am. Yeah. So, with that, we want our movie to show us, he went through this and now he became this. And, reach the climax and achieve so much and do so much. People pay for these kind of stories. People want to see these.
Yep.
And that's why, if you see it that way, you realize, what, is my life as interesting? Would it be film worthy? Or will you just be just another person?
No, yeah, your goal should always be to impact someone else's life. Even if it's at least one. To go out there and make a difference in this world while you're still alive. Because, also like Rob Dial said, at the end of his episode, speaking on this topic, he was like, you don't want to come to the end of your life and just realize that you lived a boring life, that you just had a boring ending. You want to have a good, happy ending. You want to look back at your life and realize that you did something with it.
Yes,
that you didn't just waste it away. Especially nowadays with so many distractions, with all the social media, all the new stuff that's coming out, the technological innovations. It's so easy to get caught up in all that and forget what we're actually doing here. And that's to impact others, to serve others, to help other people, and to share stories and do what actually ignites the soul. Because a lot of things here are just meant to keep us in an autopilot state of mind. Yeah. And we're so much more than that.
We are so much more than that. It takes time for a lot of people to realize that for themselves. But I guess if you need a sign, this is your sign, to take advantage, to realize, what, this life is temporary. So what are we going to do with it now? That should really be motivation for anyone. Mm-hmm. But that's really what it is. If you're living in a comfortable life, you feel comfortable, you're stagnant, you really don't know what else to come of life. Mm-hmm. That's when we advise to seek adversity, to embrace it, to make it a part of you, make it your little buddy next to you, because that's when you realize major growth will happen. That's when you realize you'll become so much better than the person you used to be, and that's what we always will strive for. Not to be better than someone else, but to be better than your previous self.
There you go. Yeah, you hit them with it. Yeah, and every little downfall, when you see the graph going like this, has a major comeback, a major jump. You should have a bounce back after every adversity, and that's what it teaches you. It's literally character development. It's your story. It's your plot twists. It's it's all these obstacles, and it makes your story a lot more interesting when you not only overcome these, but then you choose to seek more. And you seek more of these adventures, you seek more of these thrills, because it's turning you into who you will eventually become. And I guess now some ways on how to seek adversity. Because there's some people who just, it's not your fault. Your upbringings aren't your fault. But, now is the time when you're I guess, reaching adulthood into turning your story into something more than what it's ever been. And so this can be all types of stuff. But the point is getting out of your comfort zone. Mentally, physically, spiritually, doing things that you've never done before is making it more interesting. Going out, if you've stayed in your hometown most of your life, get out there and travel. Go out there and meet new people. Go out there and seek new adventures. Another one, and this was pretty scary for people, is the idea of quitting their job. Ooh. But again, that's adversity. You have to focus, and this is something that I chose to do as well for that same reason. So I guess make my story a bit more interesting. I wanted the freedom of going out and getting my own place and moving out. I didn't know how I was going to come up with all I knew is I had the first few months of rent ready. I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do for the other ones, but I know I'm going to do it. When your back's against the wall, you tend to, your only option is to move forward, So you want to keep on going. So that's what I told myself. That's what I did. So again, quitting your job can be pretty serious because, oh no, I have all these bills. I have stuff to pay. I have stuff to do. But this is something I really want to start up. This new idea is something I really want to pursue. This is a passion of mine, but how am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to do all this? And something I guess I'd advise you to do is go for it anyway, because if you realize, if anything, if you realize you have these bills to pay and your back's against the wall, then you have no other choice but to pursue that passion 100%. You're no longer just half-assing it, putting it on the side and just letting it do its own thing, but this adversity, you're going to have to fight through it if you want to get results, if you want to become successful. Mm-hmm. And that's, I guess, that's the biggest part. That's something I've heard on how a lot of entrepreneurs, on how a lot of successful millionaires and billionaires grow their businesses to such a level, is because they gave themselves no other way. And a common theme I find among them as well is that a lot of them really didn't have adversity until they chose to have adversity. Because they could have chosen the safe path, but instead they take themselves away from all that, So they choose to give themselves this adversity because they know that that's what it takes in order to get to where they want to be. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's something I realized, all of them, and a common theme among all of them is they quit their job, something that's comfortable. Their parents, everyone around them, they tell them, no, what are you doing? This is a good job. You're making a good amount of money. They say, no, I believe in this more than I do that. And then, bam, they end up pursuing it with all they have, because that's if they give themselves their only choice. They don't have a plan B that distracts from their plan A. They don't have energy going out to some other place. Okay, this is so good. They're going straight into their plan A because they believe that that's what it's going to take to get to where they want to be. And that's what separates them from people who are constantly living in doubt, living in fear, living in worry, living in the what ifs, and they never take that risk because they're too worried thinking about all that. So that's what separates all these people, and that's something I've been learning from, which I honestly highly recommend watching the How I Built This podcast. Yes. On Spotify, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's on Spotify and maybe Apple.
It's on everything.
Is it? Oh wow, yeah. So yeah, listen to them. Pick a familiar brand that you're familiar with, and you'll see like they all have this common theme, and it's amazing to see how these are just ordinary people.
Exactly.
And anyone can do this. Anyone can do these things. You can build yourself up to this level if you just follow the same formulas. There's people who have done it before you. Is what I'm trying to say. So really, it's your turn to take that leap of faith. It's your turn to make this story your own and pursue what you want to.
You know what? Something that makes me think of is the people that are willing to take that leap. Once you're willing to take that leap, excuse me. Once you are willing to take that leap, that's when you see everything that you ask for, everything that you're putting in towards will come to you. Because, that really shows, you're telling the universe, I'm ready. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm giving it my all. You're not like, I have this plan B just in case. You're doing everything for this thing to succeed. So with that sort of mindset, with that, I'm doing everything that I can for this thing to succeed, it will succeed eventually. And that's what people need to realize, if you have this idea and if you really feel like it's good and you can do whatever it takes for it to succeed, then please pursue it. Because many, many people like to think of ideas. Many people like to say ideas. Many people like to say, I'm going to do this and do that. But, what separates the normal people from, these entrepreneurs, these millionaires is that they took action. They did it. They weren't scared of, what if I would have failed? Or they weren't scared of, all these adversities that could have came. They were ready for that. They knew. They expected it. So, they were like, okay, it's going to happen. This happened. Now it came out of it better. And they learned from it. Now look at them. Now look at them at the top. Simply because they overcame these. They weren't worried. They didn't see it as the end all be all. If this ended me, then so be it. I'm going to start again. Do another thing.
See, there you go. That's the mindset to have. That's a superior mindset to have. And superior in terms of to your past self. To beating your doubts, your fears, your anxieties. I'm not talking about superior mindset as where you walk around thinking you're better than everybody else, but you are better than your previous mindset, the one that held you back, one that wants your anchor to your future. And so, and with all these entrepreneurs that took that leap of faith, that's their story in the making. And another common theme I found among all these entrepreneurs and multimillionaires and billionaires is that they just really had a passion for what they did. They really believed in what they wanted to do. Most of them are not going to say that they expect to be billionaires and multimillionaires. I mean, obviously they knew, I'm going to make some money off of this, But that isn't their main motive. Their motive is to make a difference in a person's life. And that should be your motive as well. Because what better is it to make differences in people's lives? You're not going to come around to the end of your life and say, oh, look, I was making this much money back then. No. What matters is the impact. What matters is the people around you whose lives you've impacted, what you've changed in the course of history, however small it may be, you still made a difference. That's what you want to take to the grave with you. You can't take any other materialistic things. And the money is just a side effect of what you do, of what you decide to do with your life. And so that's really what all these entrepreneurs hit on is that's the difference. That's who you want to be in this world. And they just really loved what they did. They pursued what they did. Yes, there was adversity. Yes, there was risk. Yes, there was sometimes even doubt. But they had to overcome all that. They had to overcome all that and say, no, I'm going to put the momentum towards this project, towards this product, towards this service. And I'm going to make sure that it works because I'm the only one that can make it work. And so that's what they do. And that's why their stories are the ones we're listening to now.
Exactly. So you can decide whether you want to be part of that catalog of people that took that leap, or you're going to be part of the catalog of people that, you know what, I'm good here. I'm safe here. I'd rather be like everyone else. Or do you want to, I guess, would it be, not everyone strives to leave a legacy, but striving to help as many people as you can. Yeah. That's really what it is. If you have this itch for it in anything, just simply going out and pursuing what that is, please, don't let the doubt of what people say, don't let the fear of what could happen, what if it happened, stop you from $1 million idea that you never knew. Yeah. And the thing is, you never know until the time comes where, that figure hits your bank account. And you realize, wow, all this adversity, all this work was worth it all in the end. Yeah. And you know why? Because they didn't let fear, they didn't let doubt, they didn't let all these obstacles stop them. And now they have everything they want.
Exactly. You should never let this stuff stop you. This is here, and like we said, this is the whole point of this episode, is to, in fact, embrace it. Don't let the fear cripple you and stop you from doing what you want to do. if you have an idea, if you have something that came into your life, a thought, something that you feel you need to do, like you have to do this, then do it. Do it. Despite the fear. Don't even think about all that. That will come at its own day, at its own pace. Months down the line, years down the line, it doesn't matter where you are in this project of what you're trying to do. It'll come. Let it come. Don't let anxiety cripple you. Don't let the fear cripple you, because you're just going to put yourself through it twice. Just handle it when it gets there. The point is to get started and do what you want to do in this life to make your story more interesting. Expect the adversity and get ready to overcome it, because this is what's going to make your story more interesting.
Yeah, no, you're so right. And I guess hitting on one specific point that you had mentioned previously is, at the end of your life, what are you going to look back on? You're not going to look at the figure of dollars, but you're going to look at what you did to this human race while we have it, right? Mm-hmm. So basically with that sort of mindset is what I'm trying to say, that, if you are able to impact as many people as you can and, achieve whatever success that you want. But it's not for the money, is what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. Like, with success comes these things. The money,
yeah.
So, we're not striving, like, I guess I would use us for an example. We're not striving to do this and become as big as possible for currency. Currency is not the motive. If currency is your motive, then, you will probably not succeed.
Yeah, exactly. Because money just makes you more of what you already are right now.
Exactly. And then that's what I'm trying to say. That's just a side thing that will happen. Our main thing is to simply help people, as simple terms as I can put it. Mm-hmm. It's just helping people and, being successful. All these materialistic things come. Yeah. All these, currencies come. Everything just starts to come to you once you achieve a certain level. And, we realize this. We're not going to be like, oh, money. Yeah, but that's the thing, It comes with whatever you do.
Exactly. It's just a side effect of it. Because once you build yourself up to that level, you're in a receiving frequency to receive that amount. That equivalent amount to where you are, you're automatically going to receive that. Because it's a side effect of what you're doing, the project you're working on, the business you're working on. It's all equivalent to the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and the difficulty there is in replacing you. That is the law of compensation, which I do want to get on in one of these episodes.
That's a good one. We should really, that's extremely good.
That is literally how money works. That's literally how money works. And so, what else should we hit them with?
I mean, we pretty hit them with the facts.
Yeah, we
embracing it, seeking it, realizing that a stagnant life is a life you do not want to live. And I'm not belittling anyone's life, do that, if they're happy, then they're happy. But, if you're listening to this, then you are obviously not trying to be that. So that's why we specifically speaking to this group of people that realize there is much more to life. So please go out there, achieve more, seek adversity, seek these obstacles to become better as a person.
Yes, exactly.
Because at the end of the life, these are things that you're going to ask yourself, you know what, I'm glad I did that, and that.
Yeah, there you go. And if you're not moving forward, then you're moving backwards. So make sure to keep on progressing, keep on working towards your dreams. Write down your goals, set these intentions for the future, and envision yourself having the life that you want to live, because you deserve it. You deserve to have everything you want out of this life before it comes to an end.
Yep, exactly. And with that, we appreciate anyone that takes the time to listen to us. Yeah. So, have a great day.
Yes, thank you guys. Alrighty, so now we're alone with y'all once again.
YouTube, hello. How are you guys doing today? I want to know how you guys are.
Yeah. What's going on in y'all's lives right now? Y'all have any questions? Y'all want to say something? Y'all want to say hello? Let us know in the comments.
You're saying hi right now. Hello.
Oh, they're saying hi. Can y'all wave at us right now, please? You haven't waved yet. Can you please wave back? You might think this is goofy, but seriously, wave back.
No, you have to.
Please. There you go. I saw you wave. Yeah, I don't think I didn't see that. I saw that. They actually waved. Look at me.
He waved.
Yeah, he did wave.
He, or she.
He, she. Either or.
Everything in between.
Everything in between, yeah. Mario has kombucha. Y'all should try kombucha if y'all haven't already.
Yes, you should. Specifically, so sponsor us right now. I'm gonna do a pre-sponsor to show, foreshadow the future.
Yeah.
GT's kombucha. Sponsored by Society Sucks.
No, Society Sucks. Sponsored by kombucha.
Fuck.
Yeah, there you go. Alright guys, thank you for watching.
Yes, have a great day.